Hello and welcome to Around the World in 274 Days. Today we are in South Africa, put into Port Elizabeth, and we are going to the Addo Elephant National Park. And we're hoping to see some elephants, some of the big five, and probably lots of antelope. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's lots of warthogs. So kind of a cloudy, overcast day, but it means the temperature's cool, and that's nice. The first animal we saw was this giant snail. In Ghana, we saw them up to 6-7 inches long, just the shell itself. My African friends tell me they're quite tasty. We really wanted to see elephants, and it didn't take us long to find these elephant tracks leading off from a water hole into the bush. And if you follow the elephant tracks, you will find the elephants. Here's a couple of cows with their calves playing. These two are playing Pull My Trunk, and it was kind of fun to watch them. These elephants aren't really red, but they cover themselves in the dirt, which is red, and the mud, and the red muddy water that they spray all over them, and so they look red. But they are magnificent animals. Our guide told us that a big bull elephant will eat up to 600 pounds of food a day, which means they eat almost constantly, and they only sleep a couple hours a day. The rest of the time is spent feeding. After viewing the elephants, we continued our travels into the park. We found this sign that was a little disconcerting, but unfortunately we never saw any lions. We did find some red hartebeests. They are reportedly the second fastest animal in Africa, second only to the cheetah. And the ever-present warthogs. They seem to be everywhere in Africa, from West Africa to East Africa down to South Africa. I was surprised to see this lone hyena. Usually they travel in packs, and usually they're so stinky you can smell them long before you see them. But he was out there alone, and it was kind of fun to watch him. They are mean and vicious. One of my favorite African animals is the zebra. I think they're fascinating. The markings on them are beautiful and help camouflage them. And when you get them in groups, they're just very artistic and beautiful. After we left the national park, we went to a private game ranch where we were allowed to walk among the game through the bush, and that was a great adventure. And the first animals we saw there were the ostriches. I consider the giraffe to be the most regal animal in all of Africa. Every time I've been to Africa and see them in the wild, I think it's just spectacular. These two males, an adult and a young male, were doing what they called necking. He's just training him, teaching him how to do that, but when it comes to battle, these males will use those horns and swing their necks like a battering ram. Most of the fights start to decide who's going to mate with the females. Giraffes are the tallest creatures on Earth and can reach heights of 19 to 20 feet. To get blood up to their brain at that height. They have a 25-pound heart with blood pressure almost twice that as a man. And they have very interesting anatomy that allows the blood to keep from rushing from their brain when they lower their heads. So it's a fascinating animal. Other animals we encountered was this greater blue-eared starling, this young kudu bull. You just see his antlers, and here's a big kudu bull up on the hill. We found this Eland bull lying down in the grass. We found these Cape buffalo, also known as Black Death in Africa, and this one here with the missing horn seemed to be a little agitated. We also saw this beautiful gray heron. Our guide showed us this South African game of seeing who can spit giraffe dung from their mouths the furthest.
Oh, you can spit it.
Oh, Tony, don't do
Competition in
that.
South Africa. Oh, you beat me this time.
2 or 3. Oh, please don't do that.
Peter, you Bruce.
No.
I'm standing right at the back of the
I'm not
line.
allowed to do that. They tell me I'm full of shit, but
Good.
I'm not allowed to do that.
Oh yeah, wait until I tell Jennifer.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a
I
good
didn't
one.
even see it leave his mouth. I thought I could.
No, just to
My
show you
question
guys
is,
the
why
South
would you want
African
to do
way.
that?
That's why we live in the U.S. Okay, nobody back to the car.
That's one South African tradition that I'm not planning to take up anytime soon. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel Around the World in 274 Days. Thanks for watching.